Let's move on now. We're still talking international football, still World Cup qualifiers. This time we're going to England. England has been interesting times for them. Coach Gareth Southgate has been very decent since taking over from Sam Allardyce. But there's a question of the captaincy of the Three Lions. There's still no permanent captain for England since the retirement of Wayne Rooney. But this guy, what's his name again? Harry Kane, yeah, he's been named captain for that World Cup qualifier against Slovenia. Yeah. And there are a lot of people out there, ex-internationals particularly, that believe that Harry Kane should just get the captaincy on a permanent basis.
I mean, that's tough to call. Harry Kane does look to me like he's got his stuff together.
Right.
He's got his head, down. He's playing his best football. He's growing. He's developing. But does he have the capacity to lead the national team? I doubt it very much. And I don't think that it's so difficult to find a captain within the English national team setup. Jordan Henderson in the picture is captain of Liverpool. He's not a nailed-on starter for the national team, so maybe that's why it's so difficult for Gareth Southgate to say, okay, I give the armband to this guy. But if you're not sure he's going to be starting games, you can't do that. You look at the central defensive places. You look at Gary Cahill. Experience has been around for a long time. If you name that sort of character a captain, I don't think it will be bad for the national team. The idea of rotating the captaincy for me is ridiculous. Not at the national team level. There's got to be a guy who's the go-to, leader of the pack. He can't keep passing the armband around, every now and then. Harry Kane, if he makes that decision, he'll be trusting the guy with additional responsibilities. I think Harry Kane needs to make that transition from being a reliable, regular goal scorer at club level to being that at the national team level. They've got to let him concentrate on doing that for now. When he becomes as regular a goal scorer as he is for the club, his club at the national team, then you can do that. And it won't be the first time a number 9 will captain England. Alan Shearer was captain of England, and Wayne Rooney was captain. So Harry Kane looks to me like he's a good character. He's never in the news for the wrong reasons. We've not seen any scandal since he burst into the scene. Correct. His numbers keep growing, week in, week out. The other day, Pep Guardiola referred to Tottenham as the Harry Kane team. That's to tell you that the guy, has got a reputation that keeps growing. And getting the captaincy of the national team will enhance that reputation further, but they don't want that to truncate his development.
Okay. So that's it. For us, we don't have a captain this week and another next week. And it's very good. We've got a captain. Just one. Just one. It's just a week. It's us this one in the channel. We shall go on this quick break. When we come back, there's still more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Welcome back to Sports this morning on Channels Television. We're talking about Harry Kane. And
Gareth Southgate and the England captaincy and all that. They've had a lot to say about the situation as well too. Talking about Gareth Southgate and Harry Kane. Let's listen to them.
For tomorrow, which he knew a month ago. So we'd already had that conversation. So he's certainly somebody whose leadership qualities are invaluable to us as a team. He's clearly in a very good moment as well in terms of his form, so I'm sure he'll speak about what it means to him, but we really enjoy working with him. I've obviously known him a long time, but he's improving and maturing all the time as well.
Yeah, well, it makes me very proud, I think growing up as a kid, you want to play for your country and you always dream about being captain as well, especially walking out at Wembley. That would be an amazing thing for me personally. So, look, like the gaffer said, there's plenty of leaders in the team. He said he's gonna change it, and there's going to be other players who are going to be giving it as well to see how it feels. But yeah, for me personally, nothing really changes. I go out there and try and do my job best for the team. Try and score goals and of course try and win the match.
Harry Kane will lead England against Slovenia later tonight, where a win will secure qualification for the Three Lions at next year's World Cup in Russia. So that's it for international football. Quickly, let's just talk about what's going on in Bayern Munich right now. Latest coming out of that base is that Jupp Heynckes is likely to replace Carlo Ancelotti until the rest of the season. But we haven't seen you since that. A lot of people call it ridiculous hasty sacking of Carlo Ancelotti. But Jupp coming back at 72, to Old Fort until the end of the season. What do you make of that?
Well, he's been brought in to steady the ship. Ancelotti, I hear, was sacked for reasons other than results. He was said to have lost the dressing room. Key players like Frank Ribery, Matt Hummels had turned against him. And according to the powers that be, there was no coming back from that horrible situation. And you could see how they started the season, lost the Audi Cup in very, spectacular circumstances, lost 3-0 to Liverpool. And then the season started, they've lost, I think, once and drawn twice at home.
5 points behind
behind the leaders. So it's not been a good enough start, and they've looked at the situation and thought to themselves, hey, let us nip it in the bud, because if we allow this to continue, we may have an atrocious season. So the man has been brought in. I think his very first task will be to find a way to manage the egos in the dressing room and get them, playing together once again. But ultimately, in the long run, Bayern Munich have got to let Frank Ribery go. Yeah. I listened to one of their ex-players say Ribery thinks himself Messi. He thinks that he's Messi or Ronaldo. He wants to call the shots even when he's not playing and all whatnot. I don't think he's as valuable to that team as to carry the kind of baggage that he brings. He's always been, a character, an inflammatory character. So they need to let him go. They've got players like Kingsley Coman who can do well in those wide positions. And if they need backup, they can simply go into the transfer market and buy a younger player who wouldn't come with all that baggage. So they need to let him go, really. Robben, not as volatile, in the dressing room. And is still delivering on the pitch. Again, Ribery is out for, I think, another 2 or 3 months now. So why do you keep such a character around? I mean, just let him go.
A lot of decisions have to be made by Bayern Munich in the summer. So that's it for Bayern. Let's quickly look at the papers before we go. Papers dominated, not surprisingly, by Nigeria versus Zambia. Iheanacho roars, Eagles will shoot down Zambia again. This is on the front page of Sporting Life. Moses dazzles in training. Got to camp yesterday and is already dazzling. We hope he dazzles a lot more on the pitch on Saturday.
I'll just have one from Zambia to balance it up for you. It says, bring on the Eagles. Zambia coach confident Chipolopolo. We're winning,
Wow.
That's the complete score.
I'm scared. They've been confident ever since, winning those 2 games in Algeria. We wouldn't be after going to that Lions den.
Very, very strong team, especially defensively. We've got tall players who can cause trouble from set pieces.
Fast.
I hope we'll watch it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bada, thank you so much for coming.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having
this with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to go now. Thank you for joining us again. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, remember to join us tonight. We'll talk some more sports. Until then, I'm Austin Okonakwan, and everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.